So this guy plays like video games and tries to talk and chat with kids. Not joking. He's named Dr. Witnesser. He tries to talk and chat with kids and like preach gospel and shit to them. He did this in Minecraft before. This video is called Twitch Employees Caught Lying, Dr. Disrespect Soon to be Exonerated. 4 days ago, well after all the information of Dr. Disrespect came out, right? Well after.
Do you have any favorite streamers? I did. One of them was Dr. Disrespect. It still is until we find out more information on whether or not what was going on.
I don't like his little giggle, dude.
And people like, well, it looks really bad now. He admitted to talking to a minor, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, actually, there's a lot of information we don't know.
Go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What information don't we know? Texting a minor was confirmed, yeah.
I heard a rumor that he was just another guy he was talking to. It was a boy. It was a male that he was talking to.
Okay. Why is that better? The conversation was sexual, right? You're a Christian. Shouldn't that make you upsetty?
And it was like locker room talk. And
locker room talk? This man literally, I'm not joking. There's whole videos of this guy. He uploads, he does streams of him going in Minecraft servers and just fucking like talking to kids. We watched his What is a Woman Fortnite edition. He did this in Fortnite and was talking to kids. Remember that video? This is so funny. I looked by his most popular videos. This video we're watching is his second most popular video, and it has 14,000 views, and we're watching it right now. We've watched his two most popular videos already. Jesus fucking Christ. It's not working, at least, so that's good.
You know, guy-to-guy locker room talk, and a person just so happens...
Guy-to-guy locker room talk. You know how when you're in the locker room and you text your bro who's underage, hey, man, want to suck dicks? Like, come on, man. Boom. We saw sex. I saw messages that were... He literally said the word boom when he's like, just finished rubbing one out. Boom. Like, it's so fucking cringe. I'm sure we could pull them up if we wanted to. If some sicko really had the URL to those, I would click on them to show chat, but I'm not looking for them. I called the person in chat who gives us the link of sicko already, so it's I mean, we're not going to watch it. No one will brave those waters. That's my fault. I posed in the well. All right, anyway.
Happened to be underage or something. I don't know if that's true or not. And then so we don't even know if it's a girl he was talking to. But there's still a lot of, and there's also a rumor with a document saying that it was a Twitch employee posing as a 17-year-old. And
no, Twitch employees saw that Dr. Disrespect was like texting inappropriate, like sexual, sort of like he's being like dommed too. He's definitely a guy that Chris Hansen would have sit down, and he'd be in the fucking mullet with his stupid fucking jacket on. You're like, why are you here, buddy?
Go.
Well, I was, you know, yeah, you know. He's like, oh yeah, okay, that guy's definitely lock him up. Yeah, definitely. That article's source of a Twitch ex-employee or ex-Twitch employee claims that Twitch illegally recorded whispers. So Twitch mods had access to his whispers, and while he was at TwitchCon, he was texting this person, and they had access to whispers, so they felt it was unethical to just let him pursue trying to fuck this child, right? And so, yeah, they jumped in. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's a breach of ethics or not, but who cares? Like, I think it's more unethical not to breach the ethics of we're not supposed to look at whispers. They're supposed to be secret or whatever. I think if that was a rule, whatever it was, less important than don't let this guy fuck a kid, you know? You can whistle blow that, you know what I'm saying?
Asking entrapment questions to try to get him...
Entrapment questions? Dude, the fact that you're like... Man, that might be entrapment questions. Have you schooled yourself in ways to not get entrapped when people ask you questions about your conduct with kids?
Ban and stuff. So there's a lot of questions because the police, supposedly, you know, there was an investigation done, but no arrests, no charges, you know?
So he has to be charged for this to be real? Like, what? What if it doesn't rise to criminal? And I don't believe it does it? It rises to social disgust. I don't know if it is criminal. I'm sure there's lots of protections for guys like like Dr. Disrespect that are rich white fellas that, prey on kids, walk away with a slap on the wrist, His intent isn't enough for them. Because they're like, well, yeah, I mean, who doesn't text teenagers, huh, bro? Can I get a selfie, doc? It's a bunch of frat boys that deserve fucking prisons they watch over.
Okay, bro, like, I'm just saying that's not what he said. He said, were there Twitch whispers with a minor back in 2017? Yes. Were there real intentions behind these messages? And the answer is absolutely not. These were casual mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate.
Someone in this chat saying, stop defending a pred. Good, based.
So that's...
Rise, Chris. Gotta be a Christian.
You gotta take it into context, bro. Like, what he's actually saying here.
Yeah, what the guy accused of being inappropriate with a minor is saying. Yeah, you're a freak, though. I mean, this guy's a freak. Of course he's not.
And to be clear, there's a lot of...
Yeah, he was, like, actively engaged in... Was he paying for the Dommy Mommy experience from the underage trans sex worker that he was texting during TwitchCon?
Question marks, even in this
have a fantastic day.
statement. We don't know if it's a boy, a guy, or a girl. We don't know the age.
I'm mixing up two people. Oh, I'm sorry. The trans sex worker is a different person, not the minor. Oh, I'm sorry. I had gotten Dr. Disrespect's improprieties mixed up. That's my fault. I'll take the L on that one. That's my fault. I retract those statements.
Don't know what the substance of the conversation was, and if someone said it was a boy and it was locker room talk, it paid a much different picture. Here's an example. Say he's talking to a fan. And it's a boy, it's a guy. He's like 17, 16 or something. And he's like, oh, you're going to be at TwitchCon? Oh, yeah, I am. It's like, oh, man, I can't wait to go to TwitchCon. I'm going to see all those cosplays.
Instead, he was like, yeah, I'm talking about cocks.
That those girls dress up as. And he could be like, oh, yeah, they look pretty, and he could use some explicit words describing some girls at TwitchCon. And the guy could be like, oh, yeah, heck yeah, can't wait to go.
Yeah, I'm excited for pussy. To the child, you're like, yeah, that's fine. Like, what? You want grown men talking about sex with your kids? You know what's funny? We're admonishing this, and we ought to. But think back. Every, like, dad, uncle, all of these people were making crass, sexual-ass jokes from very early ages on, and they were all, indoctrinating us into heterosexuality through that forever. They would bring up, like, pussies and boobs and shit all the time. Cocks. Dicks. That's definitely a thing that came up. Specifically when it was just men, right? Just in the men's spaces. Oh, we're just being crass. Boy, hey, don't tell your mom. That kind of shit.
That it could be something as simple as that.
These are the same people who are, of course, calling, queer people fucking predators and shit.
And then Twitch employees are like, oh, I can't believe he used those words while talking to a minor. So you gotta think and use your brain. There's a lot of information.
Yeah, use your brain. By the way, I'm Dr. Witnesser. I am a Christian. And what is and where is heaven? Yeah, let's find out about heaven. I'm doing a failing stream where I talk to kids about Jesus.
Don't know. And a lot of Twitch employees, former Twitch employees, okay, accusing him of something else. And if they're accusing what they're accusing him of,
he has 5 Twitch subs.
Supposedly investigated, and they found no wrongdoing. We are
wrongdoing. Okay, look, I know that not everybody can have excellent, amazing diction like you, boy, but I feel like there's a correlation between a population of white folks that talk exactly like this guy and how dumb they are.
Was supposedly investigated, and they found no wrongdoing.
I don't think he paid attention in class. I don't think he had quality education. You run across specifically white people with this accent or whatever you want to call it, like the way he pronounces his words. They're just all stupid. What is that about? Is it just a homeschool accent? Homeschool accent, literally. Half Stack had the same idea as me. Let's go.
We already covered this. We already looked into whether or not talking to a minor, and there's Twitch employees, former Twitch employees, saying he knew he was talking to a minor and the messages continued to be explicit. They don't even say if it was a girl or a guy. They reported him supposedly to the police or whatever.
Dr. Disrespect was reported by Twitch to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children when they were illegally recording whispers by the doc back in 2017. Illegally, huh? A full investigation was authorized. He was reported. He was reported by Twitch. That's so fucking funny.
They did an investigation and found no wrongdoing. We also found out that it is illegal to sexually talk to a minor online in a sexually explicit way. So they did an investigation and found no wrongdoing, no illegality, no laws broken. So you got to ask yourself, is Twitch, these former Twitch employees, making this out to be way more than it actually is to make him look really bad? And that's why, and Doctor is also under some kind of legality that he can't talk.
Legal legality. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
Well, creepy isn't illegal.
Creepy isn't illegal?
Dude, you just hit 6 million followers.
All my dreams are coming true.
You've got a great family, money, a great community. What more can you look for?
I'm just so happy. I want for nothing now.
Scuba Dad, I'm such a huge fan. Can I have your autograph?
Sure, no problem. How old are you, sweetie?
16.
Hey, 16? What's your Instagram name?
Brad, you can't do that. Stop it.
I don't know what came over me. I just suddenly got this urge to DM a minor.
No, bro, you'll ruin everything.
Don't you get it, Stanzi? I need to DM the child.
Hey, stay away. He's got clout disease.
He's got clout disease.
Yeah, for some reason, when people get famous, they have a weird and sudden urge to DM people that they shouldn't.
Oh, no, what can we do about it?
Everybody, bring out your phones. We need to unfollow him right now.
Okay.
Don't unfollow me. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I did it.
It did.
Guys, it's working. It's working.
What happened, guys?
Scuba Dad, are you okay?
Why is this kid talking to me?
It happens.
Guys, I just gained 6 million followers. Hey, you look really mature for your age.
No.
He even said, now that these people have spoken out, I can tell my side. But even while he's saying his side of the story, he still left a lot of important information out that could prove his innocence or guilt.
Were there casual, mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more? Yeah, okay. That sounds bad. That sounds not good. Nothing illegal happened. No pictures were shared. No crimes committed. I never even met the individual. So, like, this just means that you were prevented from committing a crime. You didn't get any pictures. Nothing illegal happened.
I hope you have a fantastic day.
Nothing illegal happened sounds like, but I wanted it to. This one, you want a yucky bro. Now, why would he leave out information that would prove he's innocent? Because of the legalities, okay? The legal legalities. Don't you see?
Guilt. Because he's tied legally. So, like I said, it would make a lot of sense that if it was just locker room banter, when he talking to some kid he was messaging online saying, oh yeah, 17-year-old, 16-year-old even boy, and he asked, are you going to be at TwitchCon? And he was like, oh yeah, heck yeah, I'm going to be there. And the kid was like, oh, I might go see some of those, I can't wait to see some of those cosplay chicks there. Oh, and he was like, oh yeah, they're so hot, they're gonna be great. Like it was something. I don't.
So hot, huh? I don't really need this guy to be continually replaying the scene in his head out loud and like acting through it. I really like he's trying different permutations of this a few times now, and it's starting to wear on me. He's whew.
I don't want to go into too explicit language. I'm just saying.
Oh, I don't want to go into too explicit language, but I am thinking explicit things. Oh, cool. That's totally fine, Dr. Witnesser. I'm going to start smoking some weed so we can cope through this. What do you say?
Room talk. It could be something as simple as that, and then Twitch staff thinking they got a smoking gun that want to get rid of him, report him, and the cops are like, they literally are like, oh, there's nothing to see here. He's not doing anything wrong. When we looked this up on Friday, and it's obvious. It's obvious that if you were doing something, saying sexually explicit things to a minor, it is illegal, and he would get in trouble. And since he hasn't gotten in trouble, no, and they do. He was even in court.
It's crazy that this guy can't conceive of something that he would morally admonish without it reaching to the level of illegality. But of course, he's super fucking dumb. So
court. He was in front of a judge. And these things were out there, and the judge had every right to throw him in jail.
Dude, I think it's so funny. He's trying to do everything to make this work, but it's not. And he's got his little Twitter check mark.
And prosecute him if these things were true, and that didn't happen. So you can't sit there and be like, stop defending a predator, stop defending a pedo. Well, listen, according to the judge, according to online, according to police, he did nothing illegal. So the things that the Twitch staff are accusing, the ex-former employees are accusing him of doing, actually don't line up to what has happened.
I disagree. This guy is starting to drain me. We have to speed him up. Because he's just repeating himself. Dr. Witnesser, please continue coping in a different direction.
Literally don't. Because we looked this up. It's like, if he really did what these former employees are saying he did, he would be in jail, out on bond, waiting for trial. Period. And
I don't know. Cops are often pedophiles, just saying. And I feel like they have a lenient hand when it comes to this kind of stuff. Particularly when they're white Christian men of any fame. And so, like, I don't know if Dr. Disrespect is Christian, but I'm sure he's praying right now. His name is actually Dr. Witnesser, yeah.
That's not happening. So he must not have done what these former Twitch employees are saying he did.
Yeah, if the cops said that this guy is innocent, then he must be. But even beyond that, it doesn't have to have risen to criminal for him to be pushed out of the public space.
Or he'd be arrested and tried. According to the law.
Well,
so somebody, like I said,
illegal.
This guy's entire thesis. True. So Dr. Disrespect is going to come back, stream to lower viewership numbers. Well, he might be very high at first, but he'll I assume fall off again after he continues. And what's going to happen is going to be filled. His chat's going to be filled with these fucking guys, the pedophile right wing that loves this kind of shit, right? It's not it's not different than Drake right now.
On my video, my most recent video, somebody is lying. Period. And it's the former Twitch staffs. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent there, but we can't. You're going off of hearsay. We're taking a moment to step back and look at what's actually out there, and what's not out there, and saying something doesn't smell right. I feel like the situation is exaggerated and Twitch is lying. I agree, and I'm saying like something. Heads are gonna roll, bro. Somebody out there is not being like. I 100% believe the heads are gonna roll. Someone out there on the Twitch staff is not being truthful. There's something going on. 100%. I agree.
Someone's not being truthful. I don't understand. Like, it's pretty clear that Dr. Disrespect Guy Beam doesn't want people to know about this and kept it quiet for these years after he was kicked off the platform, right? This is silly stuff. He's getting panned because he deserves to be.
The law doesn't
it's so
let predators
crazy to take
walk
this
around if they're guilty.
The law doesn't let predators walk around if they're guilty. The law are predators.
People who actually do that stuff, they get found out and arrested. And if he actually
Not
did that,
actually.
he would not be home.
Not actually. That's untrue. Most sexual assault and rape and everything, especially if it happens to kids, goes unreported. Not just underreported. It doesn't go reported at all.
Right now, on vacation with his family. Kidding me right now? It's clear that there are Twitch employees that hate Dr. Disrespect and wanted him gone.
Because he's a pedophile. Like, what the fuck, dude? They didn't just hate him. They were seeing inappropriate texts on their platform and were like, we can't fucking let this happen.
Off the platform. And they were looking for a way to do it. And Doc took them to court and won $10 million and still found no wrongdoing on Doc's side. Begs the question of, like, what did Twitch do? The document that came out said that, another tweet said that these ex-Twitch employees were trying to get him for something he didn't do by looking into it.
they're saying that, like, the way he framed that was like, oh, and then Twitch had to pay a countersuit of like 10 million. No, they paid out like part of his contract or whatever for and they terminated him. Someone falsely put this out, they could get sued instantly, 100%.
Those whispers found out that hey, it's illegal to do that. They get canned. They get fired from Twitch as a result. Doc sues them, wins the lawsuit, gets $10 million. I guess there's.
You know what? He's a better gamer than Redeem Zoomer.
Something going on when he literally admitted to it. He literally admitted to just talking to a minor in Twitch Whispers. That's all he did. And he said sometimes it would lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate. We don't know what that means. It's still so open. We just got done talking about this, bro. We just got done talking about this.
It is crazy that he keeps going in on this in the same way. Wow. I'm going to finish this video. I'm going to finish it, but I'm going to speed him up. He's going 175. It's got to go 175, dude. You can't keep repeating yourself.
That could be him talking to a person that's 17 years old, 16 years old, and him.
That's not good. Those aren't good. Stop it. Stop. We don't have to. You do not have to continue to reiterate this particular fantasy. Is he going to go over a fantasy again?
Him saying yeah, or it might be a fan, and him saying yeah, I'll be at TwitchCon, and the fan saying I can't wait to go to TwitchCon and see those cosplay chicks, and him going oh yeah, those cosplay chicks are pretty hot. They show this that. And they could use the sexual language describing something like that, and then Twitch employees going
they show their pussies, right, kid? You would be comfortable with that? That's fucking weird.
Oh, he talked to a minor in a sexually explicit way. Oh no! And it was just two men locker room talking about cosplay chicks. You know what I mean? Like it could be something like that, and you're assuming the complete
locker room talking about cosplay chicks. I have been in many locker rooms. I have known many dudes. Not all of them great. I've never had this kind of conversation with a man. Ever one time. You know what? The only time I've had conversation with these, it was boomer men or older being sexual, and a bunch of us like millennial or younger people were like, cool, bud, and then we fucking bounced. You know what I mean? The only time I've ever had these conversations with was old people fucking did this shit. It was like I've never seen anyone be a fucking creep like this, just openly.
Worst of the worst. So yeah, there's still
which
a lot
is
of
why it was in DMs, of course.
Unanswered questions. People don't know he admitted to it though. Admitted to what? Talking to someone who was a minor about something that maybe be seen as inappropriate. And we don't even know what that is. His own gaming company fired him because they didn't want the heat, bro. And we don't know if the whole trans.
Because they didn't want the heat, bro. Of what? The heat of what? You know?
Transcript is real or not. Someone could easily doctor that. That hasn't been confirmed. Even if it is, that's not a minor. That person's an adult, so they have every right to. Doesn't matter what he talked to about with them. I think people, like I said, there's still way too much information we don't know for you guys to be sitting there condemning this man and calling him a predator and a pedo.
That's fucking crazy. There's plenty.
Have you seen the leaks? Yeah, we were talking about that. Yeah, older age entertainers often talk to minors in completely legal context. Like I talked to bands when I was a teenager metal fan. People are assuming the worst. Dr. Disrespect said he talked to a minor in 2017 and it would sometimes lean to be inappropriate. Sometimes lean to be inappropriate. And
yeah, the guy accused of it said it would sometimes lean. It's crazy that he can't see, like his chat is yelling at him like, no, don't you understand? That's his claim, of course. The claim of Twitch is that it was much more serious. It was so serious, in fact, that they didn't wish to have him on their platform anymore. That's like, you know,
everybody's
compelling.
Assuming.
That's compelling. He makes them lots of money if he's still around. Twitch wants that kind of publicity.
It's a female that he's talking to. Everybody's assuming it's a girl. That's one point. That's a valid point that we need to look at. Maybe it wasn't a girl. Maybe it was locker room talk between two men, and that wouldn't be that out of the ordinary and bad at all. As this other story claims that it was a girl, 17, and it was a Twitch employee posing as a 17-year-old and asking entrapment questions to get him.
Twitch employee pretending to be a 17-year-old girl. Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
In trouble to get him banned. There's two variations of the story and we just don't know which is true. I'm just saying, you can't outright call the guy
entrapment
a predator and a pedophile. No wonder he was so mad. Remember, he was so mad on his tweet.
Now he was so mad on his tweet. Remember? I mean, this is the kind of thinking he has here is why he's a Christian to begin with. Like this is like brainworm shit. Well, he says he's innocent. Yeah, what the fuck? Was he? Do you think Dr. Disrespect is gonna be like?
Creepy isn't illegal.
You're gonna be like. Yeah. I was, yeah, I was creeping. You know, he's not going to say that. He's going to deny it. Chris Hansen, Dateline NBC, have a seat. Well, now he's just a YouTube channel or something.
With all this said, don't get it blanking mistaken. I've seen all the remarks, labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no blanking predator or pedophile. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me, blanking knows where I stand on those things. With those types of people, F that. There's a different level of disgust that I blanking hate even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. See? Exaggerations. Get the blank out of here with that blank. So if he really was talking to a 16-year-old, you know, like 15-year-old, 17-year-old chick in a sexually explicit way like that, not only would he be in jail and on trial, but he wouldn't be saying this.
Yeah, he wouldn't be saying that. Has this man heard of lying before? Certainly. Certainly he's heard of lying.
Because then this would be absolutely not true. If we
Oh, whoa, what? He might say untrue things.
later found out he was doing that. You know what I mean? So there's a lot that we don't know. And all we can point to right now is the fact that Twitch is lying. And people are like, what do you mean Twitch is lying? He admitted to doing it. It's up here. Hello. But this means a lot. This is a very wide open statement. It's a very wide open statement when you think about it. It was a minor. Doesn't say girl or boy. Says sometimes it would lean too much in a direction of being inappropriate. Tim the Tatman read this and assumed the worst. You could see his face when he's talking about it. He assumed that Dr. Disrespect would be talking to a chick, like a 15-year-old girl, and talking to her in a sexual manner.
It's crazy that he thinks that would matter. You can't sexually harass young boys either. I don't know. Dr. Disrespect is an innocent. Why did he start with not mentioning they were a minor, edit it to say minor, edit it to not say minor, then edit it again to admit it being a minor? Sus fucking behavior, bud. Well.
all assume the worst.
Wow.
But if he literally did that, he would be in jail. We covered this. It's illegal. It's illegal to have a sexually explicit conversation with a minor.
Yeah, might as well do the AI overview.
Look, yes, it's illegal to have a sexually explicit conversation with
Is it against the law to talk to a minor in a sexual way?
a minor.
He's just Googling these kinds of things. Did it autofill? I bet it autofilled. He's probably had to ask this a few times.
Regardless of whether you use a computer, phone, or text message, this is considered solicitation of a minor or enticement of a minor and can result in criminal charges and severe penalties. Yes, it's illegal.
Can result. Can result.
Illegal to have sexually explicit conversation with a minor. So if it's illegal to have a sexually explicit conversation with a minor, Dr. Disrespect would be arrested and thrown in jail and trial and prison and all that. That hasn't happened, and he's been investigated. So this did not happen.
All right, man. That guy sucks. He spends all of his time, let me reiterate, that guy spends all of his time witnessing Christianity to children on the internet through video games. He just starts talking to them about Jesus. It's fucking creepy. It's incredibly creepy stuff that he shouldn't do. I think it's pretty easy to see that maybe siding with Dr. Disrespect or Dr. Witnesser, any of those doctors, is not a great idea.